Hello everyone. In this demo, we will learn to use the DeOSS REST API to upload and download files. Before we get started, you'll need to fulfill some prerequisites. You'll need at least one wallet account with some tokens to purchase space and pay transaction fees. You'll need the public DeOSS gateway URL and the account address, or you can host your own DeOSS gateway by following the documentation linked here. So without further ado, let's open DeOSS official documentation at doc.ses.network and navigate to SES products, DeOSS, API description. You'll notice a public gateway account and address listed here. Let's first navigate to prerequisites. In this section, there are two things: purchasing space and authorizing gateway. You can do this in any order. Let's open SES Explorer testnet.ses.cloud in a new tab and navigate to Developer Extrinsics. First, select the account from which you would like to purchase space. I'll select my earning account. Next, select OSS from the dropdown and select Authorize function. Enter the DeOSS account ID. I'll enter the Singapore DeOSS gateway account address as it is nearest to where I am currently based. Sign and submit the transaction. Next, we need to purchase some storage space. Let's select Storage Handler from the dropdown and select Mint Territory function. I'll mint 1 GB of space. Name this territory T1 or T2 as you'd like. We will rent it for 30 days, as that's the minimum number of days. Then we sign and submit the transaction. We can query the chain for the amount of space we have rented. For this, let's navigate to Developer, then Chain State. Select Storage Handler once again, and select Territory function. Then select the appropriate account, earning account in my case. Enter the territory name T2, and click on the plus sign. Here you can see the total space allocated in bytes, used space, remaining space, etc. After purchasing space, the next step is to generate identity signature. Again, from the Explorer, navigate to Developer, Sign, and Verify. Select the account and enter any random message. Click on Sign Message. This will give us a hexadecimal string. I'll copy it to my notepad for later use. Let's also copy the earning account address to one place. You will need this information while calling APIs. Let's head back to the documentations and click on Upload File/Object. To upload files or objects, we need to call the file endpoint as the put method. This API accepts bucket, territory, and cipher as headers. Cipher is optional here. If you would like to encrypt your files, you can use this field. Let's copy the command and paste it into our terminal. Now replace the signature with the signature we just generated. Let me increase the font size so you could see clearly. The message with the message we entered previously that was hello. Enter the earning account in account. In territory, we will enter T2. That's the one we created earlier. In bucket, you can enter any name. I'll name it bucket 0. I'll upload an image, so I'll change the image type to image/PNG. Enter the file path with the file name. Let me get the file location. It is inside user/ses/downloads directory. Let me first show you the file that we will upload. ses.png. This is the file having ses text. Let's enter the file name with the absolute path. In the URL, we can replace it with the gateway URL. Again, I'll enter the Singapore URL. You can enter any DeOSS URL you'd like, or if you are running your own DeOSS gateway, you can enter your gateway address. Now hit enter. This will return us a file ID. We can use this file ID to query our file information and also download it. Let's query the file status. Head back to Explorer, navigate to Developer Change State, select File Bank, and Deal Map. Enter your file ID and query. Here you will see the file size, the segments of our file, owners of the files, etc. When the file is successfully distributed to the storage nodes, you will be able to see which storage nodes are storing the file segments. Now let's download our file. To download, we will need to call the download API with a get method. Let's copy the command again. Replace FID with the file ID and URL with the gateway URL. And save file to download.png, and we'll save it in our downloads directory. Here you can see the downloaded PNG file created. Let's check it out. As you can see, we've got our file back. Similarly, there are many other API endpoints that you can call. For example, to preview a file, you can call this endpoint. To delete a file, you can call delete API. You can also delete the bucket itself. All the files within the bucket will get removed with this command. You can also view the metadata for the file. There are also other commands. Feel free to explore all the available commands. With this, our DeOSS demo concludes. I hope you can now utilize our DeOSS API to integrate SES storage into any of your applications. Thank you so much, and until next time.